Hello everyone, my name is Dasha and welcome back to Tiny Bunny. Last episode we left off where we just got home, we lost our glasses, and then we saw an owl, and the owl got into the window and brought the glasses, and after that Simeon went missing. And I was like, what the fuck is that? How is that even possible? I mean, he was running away from us that time when we were fighting, but I did not know he would go missing. So I don't know if he's alive or not anymore at this point because we did saw the cabin, the garage, the dark garage last episode as well. And still hate Elisa. We don't like Elisa. We don't. But Bruce's photo was printed out and placed under the glass like an exhibited piece. Same, man. Same. Oh, episode 3. On Anne, the Wolves grave for will stand. Actually, dude, I was like, we were like one click away from the third episode. He's the one who hated Babert. Alright, don't fucking point fingers at me now. You think he did it? I've heard he's a weirdo. The worm, Fairwalks, Ronka, and Biasha shouted at the back of fleeing Simeon echoes inside my head. I got your throat, you hear? Porky. Was Ronka serious about his threat? No. Would he chase his former friend deep into the forest and then what? Kill him? Just like that? No, that can't be right. I hurriedly rubbed my glasses. The glasses! Simeon was clutching them in his wrist while trying to escape the barrage of kicks and slaps from his friends. Former friends by now. And in just a couple of hours, this lost item was lying on the ledge of my window. The garage did take him. Because no shit, they got the glasses. They took the kid. And they took the kid into the garage, and there they did the stuff with the kid. I don't know what happened with the kid, but they take glasses and they brought them here. What the fuck? It was hard to imagine that Xiaona suddenly got guilty, consists, and returned my glasses in such a strange way. Excuse me. I was shocked, but kept walking towards the classroom, accompanied by nasty whispers all around me. That photo still stood before my eyes. Simeon has gone missing. Simeon is gone. His fat fingers will never get to my throat. His signet ring won't smash into my chin. He will never humiliate me again. What? Wasn't that what I wished for? On the other hand, did I really wish Simeon to become a murky stain on the notice board? He was still someone's son, or a grandson, and he went through the same struggle as me. He did, dude. Even if people bully you, they don't deserve to go missing, y'all. They don't deserve that. No one deserves that. Did I really wish for my unseen companion to dispatch him in such a brutal fashion? No, I don't know the answer. Or I was just scared of it. Nonetheless, schools they had something nice about it. Paulina, the girl with the violin, was like a mountain spring, like well water that you gulp down, pressing your lips against the zinc outer ring of a bucket and can't ever get enough. What if I make her one of the characters in the story I'll draw? The protagonist will save her from terrifying monsters. Oh my gosh, I love his sweater. As soon as I thought the monsters and a bunch of my classmates slid down the rails, smirking like the xenophobics from The Alien. I immediately felt an armor of fear rip my stomach. I didn't want to cross paths with Romka and Biasha, okay. Biasha, after what happened yesterday, especially since Simeon suddenly went missing. Where did they teleport to? Oh, classroom. Oh, this bitch. I entered the classroom and went towards the last row. All of the chatter suddenly died down, so I walked there in complete silence. It felt like my classmate pushed and poked me with the stares. They carefully observed my every move. I stared at the desk with a huge pile of library textbooks on top. my fist clenched. It felt like I was the one who disappeared in that snowy forest, and my desk was finally used for something worthwhile. Simeon's empty chair stood in front of me, the chair that once belonged to Vova gathered dust somewhere in another classroom. Oh, I'm gonna sit on his place? Fuck. Oh, they're in the same classroom. After a moment of hesitation, I sat down at Baboon's desk. Fuck, no, that was messed up. The place where I was supposed to be assigned by Lila Pavlovna to fall up first. The chatter resumed as if someone just unpaused the movie.
Бабушка Бабурина такой кипиш устроила, когда он домой не явился.
Baboon's grandma made such a fuss when he didn't return
Сначала в
home.
школу прибежала, потом ментов вызвала.
First, she ran to the school, then called the cops. Yes, yes, yes. Fuck all, bro. Shut up. Da da da. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, that's such a pretty picture, but you fucking pissed me off. You're a dumb bitch. Katya snuck a cunning glance at me, then leaned into her neighborhood and whispered something. Girls from the second row also leaned in. She shared something with them too. Whispers, nods. I kept catching her stare on myself. Her neighbor stared too. The whole class was watching me. It was like they felt they need to watch me because they were searching for traces of blood on my fingers. I wanted to defend myself and shout, "Guys, listen, I'm innocent!" Romka gave me a heavy, worried look. He was probably as stunned by Simel's disappearance as everyone else, but then he directed his stare straight at my face. It felt like he was about to point his fingers at me and shout at the top of his lungs, "Everyone look, my Buddha snatched his glasses yesterday and now he has them back. Murder!" But he remained silent, as if there was nothing special at all about my glasses. Like you can have an extra pair. Just saying. I may be going mad, but I think Romka knows something. He knows something, but he won't tell me what. But it was also possible he didn't get at all, just like everyone else. Then Romka shifted his eyebrows in suspicion and stared at Katya, as if informing her that he didn't believe a word she said. I wanted to believe that Romka would take my side, and Yasha, who sat sprawled in his chair with his chin pressed against the table, too. But they were silent. A terrifying thought flashed in my mind. This too could easily betray me, push me up the cliff, just like they did with Simeon. As if looking for protection, I clutched the ruler until my hand hurt.
Не надо быть Коломбо, чтобы догадаться.
You don't have to be a Colombo to solve this. An American crime drama television series starring Peter Falk as a Colombo, a homicide detective with the Los Angeles Police Department.
Кто на Бабурина зуб имел?
Who held a grudge against Baburin?
Кто его вчера ударил? Поиздевался, а после...
Who hit him yesterday, bullied him, and then... The metal ruler fell out of my weak fingers. It hit the floor with a jiggle and that made the other kids shudder. Shut the fuck up. Katya bit her tongue and squirmed nervously. Chairs scrapped against the floor. My classmates moved away from me, closer to the exit, towards the teacher's desk. Shut up. I was not the only one to catch wine on the change. Ronka and Bianca looked around and whisked in contempt. It's good that they were clearly on my side. Shout it.
Бабурин, небось, с бабкой посрался и дымился.
I bet you Baburin just got a whipping from his old head and ran off.
Скоро найдется.
They'll find him soon.
Найдется, ага.
They'll find him alright.
Во враге, со вспоротым брюхом.
In a raven with his stomach cut open. Bro, I gulped. Okay. I imagined Simeon on a snowy blanket, his face white like a fish belly, split down the middle by the crevice of his mouth, snowflakes falling on his glassy eyes and filling up his throat. See, I could almost hear the cuts in that tone. It's all your fault. Of course, Simeon did me a favor by disappearing. Thanks to him, my classmates now stared at me in awe. But that was only one side of the coin. What if I'll have to repay that favor soon? The door creaked. Polina entered the classroom. I straightened up in a hurry so she wouldn't see me looking like a scared critter. Polina found me with her eyes, gave me a short nod, and went to her seat. Katya rushed to her neighborhood again, like a lab rat that saw a treat and started whispering, switching her gaze between me and Polina. Shut the fuck up, bitch, bro. Don't be jealous. Messages on pieces of paper started jumping around the classroom. The ringer shrill announced the start of the class.
Так, заканчиваем бардак. Дети, встаньте.
Alright, stop messing around. Class, stand up.
Петров, тебя это тоже
You
касается.
too, Petrov. Lila Pavlovna went to her desk, followed by a policeman in a uniform. It was the man that visited us just recently, tall, and he stared so sharp you could get caught on it.
Здрасте.
Hello there, kids.
Здравствуйте!
Hi.
Садитесь.
You can sit down, kids.
Познакомьтесь. Это старший лейтенант Константин Владимирович Тихонов.
This is Senior Lieutenant Konstantin Vladimirovich
Он
Tikhonov.
задаст вам несколько вопросов и проведет небольшую лекцию по безопасности.
He is going to ask you a couple of questions and give you a small PSA.
Лучше лекция от милиционера, чем уроки.
The class lived up talking to policemen was way better than studying. I, on the other hand, was ready to sit through hundreds of hours of Russian literature just to escape the lieutenant's oppressive stare. Okay. I just can't see, like, everyone is like so kind of like, you know, doodled up. But this guy, he has so much fucking details and he's staring at me. I can't do that. His brown eyes fell around the classroom looking for me. Hair stood on the back of my neck. And an icicle had locked on my god.
А правда, что Бабурина маньяк убил?
Bitch, shut the fuck up. Is it true that Babur got killed by a serial killer?
Екатерина, ну-ка цыц. Вопросы здесь взрослые задают.
Shush, Ekaterina. Let the adults ask questions here.
Просто нам всем страшно.
We're all scared. Shut the fuck up.
Может, убийца бродит где-то рядом?
Maybe the killer's somewhere close.
Или сидит у нас за спиной?
Maybe they're even sitting among us. Her sly stare was directed at me. Bro, don't look at me like that. Like, look at him and look at her. Look at how she droned and look at him. Like, bro. Tikhonov stepped in between the rows of desk, please. Excuse me. Tikhonov stepped in between the rows of desks and stared, walking in an extremely slow pace, brushing his fingers against the chair he passed by. Some of the students almost broke their necks following his movements. That's how a crowd of commoners would gleefully anticipate a public execution in the Middle Ages. And he just walked, getting closer and closer to me. I gritted my teeth to stop myself from screaming. Calm down, breathe. You didn't kill or kidnap anyone. He already knew the answer to his question, but the policeman still asked in a terrible
Петров
voice.
Антон.
Anton Petrov?
Да.
Yeah.
Встань, Петров.
Stand up, Petrov. My muscles turned to stone. I got up, unclipped myself from the chair. I felt like I could hear all my joy creak in the process. I only wished that Paulina would turn around and see the grimace of horror on my face. If only I could be somewhere far away in the forest, digging myself into a snow pile, running up to a ball there. The officer stared at me as if he was about to lock a pair of handcuffs on my wrist. I wonder how cold these bracelets are to the touch. I imagined myself getting jailed and put into a juvenile detention center where tens of civilians would constantly harass me.
Я ничего не знаю. Я тут ни при чем.
I don't know anything. I have nothing to do with this.
А тебя никто и не обвиняет.
Nobody's accusing you of anything.
Пока что.
For now. Only then I noticed file that said case no number in his hands. It has a great cover made from rough cartoon. It flopped onto the desk like a guillotine blade that slid down on someone's neck. Huh. With a measured motion, Tikhonov opened his file, still studying me with his gaze. I caught a glimpse of documents and photos. They showed prints on the snow. They looked like animal prints.
Ты с Семеном Бабуриным общался?
Have you talked to Sipa Baborin before?
Я знал его всего один день.
I only knew him for a day.
Все знают. Петров его
Bitch.
ненавидит.
Fuck. Is he talking to you, dumbass? Is he talking to your ugly ass, dumbass, bitch ass, ratchet ass up? No, he's not fucking asking you anything. Shut your bitch ass up, sit down, and pipe down, bro. Everyone knows that Petrov hated him. I turned red. You ugly bitch! I want to sink my teeth into Katya's face and chew out her neck. Instead, I replied with the calmest voice I could muster.
Мы повздорили вчера.
We had a fight yesterday,
Но он первый начал.
but he started it,
Я его ударил.
so I hit him.
Сильно?
How hard did you hit him?
Да нет, так.
Not that hard. I mean, I waved my hand instantly. Tikhonov looked at my wrist as he was surprised that I managed to hit the big kid from the photo. Surprisingly, Nina Pavlovna came to my rescue.
Бабурин проблемный подросток. С шилом кое-где.
But put into trouble team, a true pain in the career.
Сам ко всем лез.
Always picking fights with other kids. The officer replied with a meaningful nod and finished out the notebook out of the file.
Это твое?
Is this yours? I averted my gaze. It was a math notebook with my name on it. My classmates devoured me greedily with their eyes. I felt like even the writers of the portrait squinted at me in suspicion.
Моё.
Yeah,
В лесу нашли.
we found it in the forest.
Там же тракторист, что снег убирал в последний раз, видел Бабурина.
In the area where the tractor driver who was probably still there last saw Baburin. I started blinking in bewilderment. Romka rascaled my school bag. This notebook probably just got lost somewhere in the bushes. The lieutenant knew about the school brawl, but he was aware of the fight in the forest clearing. But was he aware? I had witnesses that could testify to Simeon, and I'm walking in different directions after that. I looked towards the boys, hopefully. Romka, who sat behind Tikhonov, put a finger to his lips. And when the officer quickly turned around, he pretended to pick on his nose. I disciplined his signal. Boys like Romka would probably say something like snitches get stitches in a situation like that. I frantically fixed my glasses. Wait, Simeon took them away yesterday, but now they're...
Так что ты делал вчера в лесу, Антон?
So what were you doing in the forest yesterday, Anton?
Я в школу через лес хожу.
I go to the school through the forest.
Могла выпасть легко.
It could have easily fallen out of my bag. Easily, just like me prodding this half-truth.
Будь осторожнее.
Be careful out there. Before I could realize whether it was a genuine piece of advice or a veiled threat, the teacher said,
Класс. А сейчас лейтенант расскажет о правилах, которые вам необходимо соблюдать.
Class, the officer will now tell you about some rules you should follow.
Так маньяк все-таки есть.
So the killer does exist, you bitch. You.
Пока мы ничего вам сказать не можем.
We can't make any of the public for now. We can't make any of this public for now. Romka swayed in his chair and gave me a thumbs up. Attaboy, good job keeping your trap shut. I nodded, even though I didn't feel a shred of pride from his praise. After all, he was the one who threw my notebook and textbook into the snow. He was the one ordering Simeon despite changing his elegance later.
Но есть преступник или нет, вы должны четко помнить о собственной безопасности.
Whether the criminal really exists or not, you should be mindful of your
Вас
safety.
бережет милиция. Вас опекают родители и учителя. Но в первую очередь защищать себя должны вы сами.
The police, your parents, and your teachers all watch over you, but no one guards you better than you yourself.
Итак, кто там что хотел узнать?
Alright, any questions? A stock of arms rose from the desks.
оружие с собой? А покажите пистолет. А покажите, пожалуйста. А охрану у школы выставят?
Oh my god. The kids shouted over each other, swarming the policeman with questions. In an attempt to calm down the chores, he moved towards the blackboard. The gray file was left lying in front of me. I stared at it, my breathing so wretched that it might have looked like someone who just ran a 100-meter sprint. Sneeze again. Never mind. Okay, beds of sweat rolled down my back. I looked around the classroom. My classmates were catching officers every word. Only Romka was saying something to Basha. Lila Paula was staring to the window, fighting backyards.
Объявлять комендантский час, причин пока нет.
What the fuck? Open.
Слишком мало времени прошло
Or
с
skip.
момента исчезновения вашего одноклассника.
Shit, I don't want to open that because it's literally police
Мы
shit.
все уверены, что он
I would just
найдет...
skip. Wow. Whoa. Batty. Whoa, he looks so good here. The officer finished the lecture and stared searching around with his eyes. Finally, he noticed the folder he left on my desk, put it silently under his arm, and went towards the blackboard without looking back.
И еще раз.
Let me say this again.
Если вы заметите в поселке кого-то подозрительного, неважно, возле школы или на лесной тропинке, сразу сообщайте в милицию.
If you see anyone suspicious in the village, be it near the school or in the forest trail, contact the police immediately.
Телефон-то знаете?
You know the number, right? 02.
Спасибо, ребята.
Thanks for listening, boys and girls.
Спасибо, Лилия Павловна.
Thank you, Lilia Pavlovna.
Это. Одноклассника вашего мы найдем.
We'll find your classmate. Yeah, right, a thought flashed through my mind. Dig through enough ditches and maybe you'll be able to piece him together. Like Legos. My thoughts turned evil for some reason, and I couldn't control them. I tried to switch to the lieutenant's speech about suspicious individuals. What if I saw the killer before? What if I wasn't a hair breadth away from them? Suspicious people, huh? How suspicious was the fox girl that wandered in the darkness? A weird that always appeared out of nowhere and then dissolves into thin air with her rhythm and rhymes. Could she really harm the hulking Simeon? Should I tell the officer about her? No. Wait, what if I get mocked for speaking out? What if they'll start whispering behind my back? Or what's even worse, think that I'm insane? Roka gave me a stern look over the shoulder. I doubt someone like him would approve of cooperating with police. Guy's brains dangled nervously behind the delinquent sitting in front of me. My hand was glued to the
До
desk.
свидания, лейтенант.
Tikhonov was saying goodbye to Lydia Pavlovna. He was about to leave. It'd be too late soon. Tell them or stay silent. I'm gonna stay fucking silent because I will literally be bullied. No way. I've had enough of humiliation. I'll keep my head down, like a bunny. I'll lock my fingers and zip my mouth. The bell rang. Lydia Pavlovna passed by without looking my way. Polina left after her. My classmates went silent at the same time as if someone muted the sound on the TV. They followed me with their eyes the whole time I was passing between the rows. Judgmental looks. I feel like I was in the scopes of many sniper rifles. I squeezed through the barricade made of desks looking for Polina. But instead I stumbled into my new buddies. Romka and Biasha were waiting for me at the notice board.
Я в тебе не ошибся, Тошик.
I was right about you, Toshik.
Пацан, не спалил, как мы чуть было свинью не забили.
Boy, you're doing right us out. You know us roughly up, Porky.
Это повело бы милицию по ложному следу.
This would have given the police a false lead,
Наверное.
I think.
А вы точно не имеете отношения к исчезновению Семена?
Are you sure you didn't have anything to do with the poor Simeon disappearance?
Мы-то нет, а вот ты.
No, but what about you?
Помнишь, как срулил от нас в потемках?
Remember how you bailed us in the darkness?
Ага, я так и говорю. Очкарик, дверь!
Yeah, I was like, this 4 is a beast.
Тебя жирного нагонит и кокнет на!
We'll catch up with the bats and eat him, eh? And him, eh?
Базаришь.
What he said.
Однако мы тебе верим, а ты нам?
But we believe you. Works both way, right? Romka's term looked maybe uncomfortable, so I nodded.
Вот ты славно.
Good to hear. Romka lowered his voice and looked around the corridor in suspicion. The other kids were stealing glances at us, whispering.
Что ж, Сёма пропал, это правда.
So, Simon is missing, that's a fact.
Как и факт, что не просто пропал, а скорее всего уже сдох.
Not just missing, but most likely already dead. Biasha stuttered.
Ты почем знаешь?
How do you know that?
Так
Because
мы за это уже терли. Здесь такие случаи не впервой.
we already talked about this. It's not the first time this had happened.
Думаешь, Сенечка, Вова, это ты, Сёма, в Нарнию попали?
Ты, Сенечка, Вова и тебя, мать Марина? Нарния.
Посидят в лесу с карамелькой за щекой и назад пришлепают.
And they returned from the forest after hanging out there sucking on some candy.
Ясно же, кто их к себе прибрал.
It's clear who got them.
Неужели черный?
Can it be the black?
Маничела!
The serial killer.
Бля, буду пацаны. Это все местная Чикатило.
You're a spy, guys. It's like a Chikatilo, eh? Chikatilo was like the serial killer in like 90s, 80s. A Soviet serial killer and cannibal. He sexually assaulted and killed at least 43 people. Mostly women and children. He was later deemed legally sane and sentenced to death by firing squad. Oh hell no, bro. Chikatilo was fucking scary.
Вычислить бы еще, кто он такой.
If only we could find out who he
Ну,
is.
если этот убийца Бабурина завалил, он и по нашу душу явится, отвечаю.
Well, if that killer off Baburin, he'll come after us too.
Что же делать?
What do we do now?
Вместе держаться, вот что. Втроем мы, как Вольтрон.
Stay together, that's what. The three of us are like Voltron. What was that? An anime series about 5 teenagers that pilot robbed lions that can fuse into a single mega robot to protect the universe from the forces of evil. It was aired in Russia during the 1990s on a Channel 2 X2.
Это...
Um,
В Вольтроне их 5 было.
there were 5 of them in Voltron.
Ну, считай, мы покалеченный Вольтрон.
Well, we're an agent Voltron then. He looked at me with an adult gaze and nodded. His eyes were full of worry and sadness.
Ладно, раз Сёмы больше нет, айда с нами.
Whatever. Since Sima is no longer with us, let's go.
Дело одно есть. Постоишь для вида, покараулишь.
We'll have a
Тебе,
job to
кажется,
do.
уже боятся все.
We'll have a job to do. You'll keep watch for us. Everybody seems to be scared shitless of you. Scared shitless? Of me? While I still couldn't wrap all that around my head, their attitude softened me up and I agreed on the spot. I followed Romka and Yasha through the twilight corridors of our school, savoring my newfound brazenness. We walked pompously, like heroes of some criminal drama, as if the three of us had access to some knowledge hidden from everything else. I'm not sure I would have gone with them if they told me what the goal of our campaign was. We hid in the darkness near the school gym, and my companions started rubbing their knuckles, watching boys leave the dressing room. Oh, finally, Basha pointed at some inside the crowd.
Вон этот лох!
Here's that Tucker. Ronka smiled dangerously and proclaimed in a low voice.
Стой на стрёме, и если кто из училок объявится, дай знать.
Keep watch. If you see a teacher, let us know.
Гляди в 4 глаза.
Watch with all 4 eyes, eh?
Давай, давай! Ты нам должен.
I stood in a corridor filled with conflicting feelings and thoughts. In a cul-de-sac behind me, Ronka was having a back and forth with some 5th grader.
Может, тебя на счетчик поставить, а? У шлепок майонезный.
The boy was protesting on the verge of tears, but Ronka stood his ground, spewing countless obstacles at him, with Bianca casually adding in a couple of words of his own. Would Dad praise me for involving myself with this?
Все, вали давай.
Alright, now scram. My new friends came out of the cul-de-sac. A light bulb illuminated the camera in Ronka's hands.
Ого, полароид. Он твой?
Wow, a Polaroid. Is it yours? Ronka shook the black electronic smile with a retractable flash. This interested.
Теперь мой.
It is now.
Мне тут один должник велик торчал за свой гнилой базар.
There was this guy who owed me for a bike for talking shit.
Но, говорит, нет у него велосипеда.
Turned out he didn't have one,
Вот и расплатился фотиком.
so he paid with the cab.
А мне он, честно говоря, в хер не впился.
And I have jack shit use for it. I felt bad for that boy, but all the negative thoughts disappeared when I looked at the treasured camera. I could clearly imagine how happy Olia would be with this Polaroid. I imagined myself taking pictures of my sister, dad, and mom. The faces of my family would gradually appear on the hard paper as if emerging from the dissolving mist. I'd take pictures of Paulina too. That way, I'd be able to get her photos for myself. I'll keep it on my desk under lock and key. Uh-huh.
Раз он тебе не нужен, можешь мне его отдать?
If you don't need it, can I get it? Renova measured me with a sharp glare, turning into Roka I met yesterday, the callous leader of a carnivorous pack.
Ты Извини, братан, но я вещами просто так не разбрасываюсь.
Sorry, bro, but I don't throw away things like that.
Могу в ломбард загнать, ну или разыграть во что-нибудь.
I could jump into the pawn shop or bet it on some games. For some reason, as soon as he mentioned game, I remembered Alisa. I looked at the
Ну
Polaroid.
давай я с тобой на него сыграю. Только во что?
Well, let's play for it. Do you have a game in mind? Biasha's snicker is in his fist.
Чаром! Снимем с нашего Антовки последние штаны.
Yo, Romka, shall we make Antoshka lose his shirt?
Я тебе чё, пидор с пацанов штаны снимать?
Do I look like someone who'd strip another dude to you? Romka stared at me from above.
На что играть собрался?
What do you have to bet?
У тебя хоть бабки есть?
Do you even have cash?
Во-во! Свети карманы, Тосик.
Yeah, that's right. What's in your pockets, Toshik? The bubble gum. You have the bubble gum sticker, whatever. I don't think they would want it though. I slowly turned the pockets of my pants inside out, in the winning hopes of solving at least some change from my lunch money. Something rustled in my pocket. I finished out the Mercedes-Benz insert I got thanks to Alisa. I guess I shoved it there without thinking when it flew out of my school bag with all the
А на
notebooks.
вкладыше играете?
Will you play for the sunset? Biasha's eyes almost popped up their sockets as soon as I brought the car picture closer, but Roka didn't move a muscle.
Хочешь, чтобы я целый фотик за какой-то там фантик отдал?
Want to bet a whole can for some insert?
Это за...
That's...
Да жвачки это и рубль цена, а в полароиде кассета еще целая.
Oh my gosh. The gun is worth 1 ruble and this pool has a French cartridge inside.
Да это да...
Look, that's...
Ой, у меня таких вкладышей жопой жуй, на кой мне еще?
I have a shit ton of it just like that. Why would I want...
Мерседес-Бенц, на! Его-то нам и не хватало, Робert!
This band's at the one we're still missing, Romka.
Фу, блин.
Romka spit on the ground and slapped Biasha over the back of the
Ну
head.
ты и трепло, братка. Теперь он за него цену до небес взвинтит.
Why can't you keep your mouth shut? Now he'll jack up the price. Just like I suspected, the automobile was a valuable addition for every turbo gun
Ага,
collector.
значит, появился интерес?
So this caught your eye after
Так во что
all.
будем играть?
What are we gonna play?
Подкидного!
Teach Drac?
В ножички?
Mumbly Peg? In a blink of an eye, our grisly deck of most likely more cards appeared in Biasha's hands, and Romka masterfully swung his butterfly knife like in front of my nose. I had no desire to play by their rules.
А давайте в камень-ножницы.
Let's play rock, paper, scissors.
О, а ты у нас любишь рисковать.
Oh, I see you're a
Ну
gambler.
что, мой полароид против твоего Мерса?
Alright, my porter against your
По
Mercedes?
рукам.
Deal. Da.
Есть!
Yes. I raised my fist towards the ceiling and shook.
Стопэ, стопэ. У нас принято до 3 побед играть.
Wait. We do it in best of 5
А
here.
раньше сказать.
Why didn't you say that earlier?
Ты думал, все так просто будет, на?
Did you think it'd be this easy?
Не пойму, чё ты хмуришься так? Один раз уже выиграл, преимущество на твоей
What's
стороне.
with the pouting face? You already have the advantages here.
Давай-ка продолжим. Раз, два, три!
Let's continue. 1, 2, 3. Rock. Fuck. Oh yeah, no, I won. Oh, scissors. Okay. Now let's do paper. I'm fucking amazing at this, y'all. I'm sick. I look at a woman with suspension.
Ну, я выиграл. Или теперь мне нужно еще и Бяшу обыграть?
So, do I win now, or do I need to beat Biasha too? Romka mumbled something under his breath. He probably refused to play by the rules, and I'll be left without
Эй,
nothing.
Ромать, все по чесноку, на!
Yeah, Romka, he won fair square, eh? Romka particularly gave up.
Везучий ты, сука. Держи.
You're one lucky bastard. Here.
Только писюн свой не фоткай.
Just don't take pictures of your wiener. Okay, buddy. I wetted the powder out of my palms and I realized that I was smirking like a true wiener. Don't take pictures of your wiener. That's funny. It's been 7 days since the lieutenant visited our class. At first glance, everything was still the same. Oi. Did I skip something? Yeah. The force still held out its glowing claws towards the village, and the wind whipped up white flags waved from powdery snow every night. While my parents argued in the other room, I would turn up the TV volume to silence their muffled voices and sit close to Ola. Over its beyond photos were still 2 black spots on the notice board, but something did change. I could see how different the looks of my classmates were. They beat my pockets bush with gifted apples. The animosity was gone. School wasn't scary anymore. But most importantly, a shadow slid across my desk, leaving behind a mysterious note. I glanced into the space between rows, but the messenger was already nowhere to be found. Dear Melissa. Who sent me this? No. What could this carefully ripped out and neatly folded piece of paper be hiding from me? More threats and humiliations, or... I took the piece of paper and carefully inhaled the wafting aroma. Blackberry. I'll be waiting on a colder sack near the dressing room. Come along. Inside was a mention of beautiful hair. I'm waiting at the dinner near the dressing room. Come along. Drunk on that sudden call, I immediately started walking, looking over my shoulder from time to time, making sure nobody's following me. I didn't even notice how I almost broke into a run and jumped around the corner. As soon as I did that, I ran into somebody inside the dark nook.
Ой!
Ow! Like a magic bird, a green notebook glittered in my feet. Polina puffed her cheeks in exaggerated anger.
Петров! Да ты совсем зрение потерял.
Petrov, have you lost your sight completely? I fixed my glasses. My nearsightedness wasn't that embarrassing anymore. I bent down and picked up the notebook.
Прости, я так торопился. Ты меня ждала?
Oh
Что
my
случилось?
god, she's so pretty here. Sorry, I was in a rush. Were you waiting for me? Did something happen? Polina studied me with her eyes and clicked her tongue.
А знаешь, на что ты похож, Антоша?
Do you know what you look like, Antosha?
На блюзовую импровизацию.
Like blues improv. I blinked in bewilderment.
Это как?
What do you mean?
Для меня все люди с чем-то ассоциируются.
I always associate people I know with something.
И для меня. Но не с музыкой же.
I do that too, but why music?
Вот как раз с музыкой.
It can be anything other than music.
Бывают люди гитарные соло. Или барабанный бой. Или военный марш, как наша Лилия Павловна.
Some people are like guitar solos, some are drums. People like our Lilia Pavlovna are war marches.
А ты такой задумчивый, таинственный, иногда немного печальный.
And you're so thoughtful, so mysterious. Sometimes you're a bit sad.
Ты точно блюз.
You're definitely blues.
А почему импровизация?
And what about the improv part?
А это когда слушатель не догадывается, куда свернет мелодия, какой темп возьмет.
It's when the listener has no idea where the melody will go, what tempo it will adopt. Of course, some of the things Polina said were completely over my head, but I couldn't stop looking at her smile, light like a breeze in May, and her eyes deep and blue.
Чтобы распознать в тебе музыку, нужен опыт и вкус.
One needs to have experience and taste to recognize the music in you.
Это не какая-то там эстрада.
You're not some pop
Я,
music.
наверное, вообще не знаю, что такое этот блюз.
I don't even think I know what blues is. Polina gasped and frowned, which made her look even more beautiful.
Не произноси при мне такие слова. Я тебе обязательно дам кассету.
Don't say something like that to my face. I'll make sure to give you a cassette.
Раньше мне дедушка из города столько музыки привозил. И джаз, и свинг, и классику.
Grandpa used to bring me so much music from the city, jazz, swing, and classical too.
Это он подметил, что у меня склад ума, как у музыканта.
He was the one who noticed my musical mindset.
Я еще совсем маленькой пыталась на бумаге записать звуки природы. Пение дождя, леса.
When I was still very little, I tried recording the sounds of nature on paper, the songs of the rain and the forest.
Эх, мне бы твои уши.
I wish I had ears like yours.
А мне бы твои глаза.
And I would love to have your eyes. I didn't stop worrying that she was making fun of me, but Polina shook her head.
Да-да, я серьезно. У тебя глаза художника.
No, no, I'm serious. You have the eyes of an artist.
Смотришь на вещи и фиксируешь их. Я так не умею.
You're so good at picturing things. I can't do that. Oh, that bitch ass motherfucker. Katya walked past us with her trademark crusty glare. We dove into the shadow trying to escape it.
Теперь понимаешь, почему мы тут прячемся? Вот из-за таких, как она.
You understand why we're hiding here now? Because of people like her.
А Катька какая мелодия.
And what kind of melody is Katya? Melina flashed me a sly smile.
Скрип несмазанных дверных петель.
The squeaking sound of unoiled door hinges.
Знаешь, такой мерзкий дискант.
You know this nasty descent? The cunt? I giggled, covering my mouth. Did I so get that? Katya didn't hear her whispers, but she suddenly glanced over her shoulder, clearly annoyed. A moment later, she sighed and went her way. Oh my god. I remember about the notebook I was still clutching in my hand. I turned it in my hand. It's all friends only. Instead of subject name, the front side of the name of the owner and two words friends
Любопытной
only.
Варваре кое-что оторвали.
Yes, I killed the cat, you know.
Прости, это анкета?
I'm sorry, is this a questionnaire?
Заполнял когда-нибудь?
Have you ever filled one?
Угу.
I lied that I had. In reality, girl classmates from my previous school had never asked me to fill their questionnaires. It was quite upsetting. I mean, it was a girl hobby. You just answer a set of standard questions about your favorite actors and colors, but introducing someone with such a notebook was the sign of a friendship. And maybe of something even more, something I only had a vague idea about it.
Хочешь, заполни мою.
You can fill in mine if you want. My heartbeat quickened.
Хочу, спасибо.
I do. Thank you. Paulina
А
giggled.
хотя, там же столько секретов.
Actually, there's so many secrets there.
Наверное, лучше тебе не знать, о чем мы, девочки, думаем.
You better off not knowing what we girls think. She reached out the notebook, playing with me. I tossed my fanning into my free hand. Paulina tried to intercept my move. Oh my goodness, that's so pretty. Her hair briefly touched my face, tickling my nose with her silky locks. I sensed an aroma that immediately filled the whole world. Fragrant, alluring, lively. If only I could picture it, steal it for myself. I feel dizzy, but I gathered myself and spoke in a voice reminiscent of Litva Tikhonov.
Ваша анкета является важнейшей уликой, и я вынужден временно изъять ее для изучения.
Your questionnaire is an important piece of evidence. I'm so afraid I have to confiscate it for the examination. Paulina covered her mouth that rounded in fake horror.
И что мне грозит за сокрытие улик?
And what were the implications of concealing evidence?
Следствие покажет.
We'll decide that in the course of our investigation.
Сдаюсь, товарищ
I
милиционер.
surrender, Mr. Policeman.
Только обещайте ничего не читать.
Just promise you won't read anything.
Здесь содержатся секретные сведения.
It's full of sensitive information.
Боюсь, что мне все-таки придется выяснить, не влюблен ли кто в гражданина Петрова.
I'm afraid I'll have to investigate whenever someone is in love with Mr. Petrov. Paulina burst out laughing and pressed herself against my chest, showering me with the aroma of her hair and her milky skin that looked almost transparent, with tiny threads of veins running under it. Her whispers was hot, like a piece of butter sizzling on a pan.
Тогда поклянитесь, что не станете разглашать информацию.
Then swear that you will keep this information private.
Честная милицейская.
I swear on my police badge.
А теперь, Антоша, самое время поторопиться.
And now we need to hurry up, Antosha. I took out the notebook during the class questionnaire without almost scared, as if it was some sort of fragile treasure. Skipped through it, reading each other's people's preferences. Roma 6B. February. Buying a BMW. Don't trust, don't feel, don't ask them. Oh, that's Roma. I was quite surprised to discover Romka jerky handwriting inside. Biasha, like best friend, like Basha, the phone number. Buying a BMW, his dream, the class he is. Anyways, I'm gonna stop here. And we're gonna read into people's yeah, next time. He's here, that's so cute. We're gonna read into people's secrets next time. But for now, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna save it right there. And yeah, I'm like so curious what the questions are. No, yeah, February, the birthday. The trust, don't fret, don't ask. I don't know that. When hanging out, favorite thing to do. But yeah, I love his handwriting. It's kind of cool. It was an interesting episode. I'm really glad Antosha is getting close with everybody. I'm really glad he's getting close with Palina and Roma and Biasha. They're gonna be besties, you know, 4 of them. Amazing. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.